Did you know that your phone, your car, and even your computer are probably powered by some component of an Israeli technology? The media forgets to mention this. I am Jennifer Weissmann, and welcome to the Israeli Trailblazers show, where we introduce you to the fearless innovators who are quietly making your life better. Today, my guest, today we're going to talk to Gerson Panitch, a nice Jewish lawyer from the middle of America who decided to leave Washington and move to Israel. He and his team at the Finnegan IP law firm flipped the script and they launched what is called What's Next in Israel Tech, a Hollywood-style 90-second weekly spotlight on unbelievable startups based in Israel. Slick, smart, creative, and it's a massive hit. So welcome, Gerson. How are you?
Great. It's great to be with you.
Let's just get right into it. The Hamas terrorist attack on October 7th totally shook Israel, and it really hurt the startup community in Israel, and investments slowed.
I found myself at a location where I could basically help to change the narrative because I was working with a lot of startup companies in Israel and also very much interested in helping Israel's narrative in the world so that it would be accurate.
Israeli tech is really invisible to most of the people in the world. They don't really get that inside of this iPhone, there's an Israeli component, or in their car, or in their medicine.
There is just a never-ending stream of really cool Israeli technology, like smart technology that's changing the world. From small things like a surfboard that goes up in the air and sort of flies above the water to software companies like Monday.com that are, shaping workflows and medical devices and automobiles. It's amazing the technology we have coming out of Israel. Most cars around the world are using Mobileye technology for navigation. All the driver assist systems, about 70%, I believe, are Mobileye. And Innoviz is doing LiDAR. And there's just so much really interesting technology in every sector that's really exciting. And the world needs to see what Israel contributes.
With you, that is the total mission of this show, the Israeli Trailblazers show. Give me three really cool Israeli companies that have come across your desk in the last, say, 30, 60, 90 days. Cool stuff that's going to really help the world.
Every single one is cool, but I'm thinking that this week, okay, we launch it every Wednesday. There's a new episode that comes out, and you can follow us on every social media channel. This week we did Electrion. What does Electrion do? Just like your cell phone, you put it down on a smart surface and it will charge the phone. They're doing that with vehicles. So you can drive along a highway, and the highway has embedded in it the charging mechanism that will charge your vehicle so you don't have to stop. So they're starting right now with fleet vehicles like buses, municipal vehicles, and the buses have a regular route and they come and they stop at the same stops over and over again. And every time they stop, they're getting a charge. And so it used to be that if you had an electric bus in your fleet, you could only use it half the day because it would have to sit and charge for the other half. Now you can use the bus all day long and never have to take it out of service.
That is crazy, crazy tech. I heard about that a couple of years ago and I thought, that sounds unreal. Is that possible? Give me what's next in Israel tech has spotlighted. Just throw it out there. Cool
Well,
stuff.
there's crazy ones, and I don't know that they'll take off, but here's one. Here's a drone company. I think it's called Treetop, to stop wildfires like in California that spread like crazy through the trees. They have a drone that has a laser on it and cuts the branches off so that the branches fall to the ground and it stops the fire from spreading. It's a breast pump.
Oh, I love that. I read about it.
Did you see that?
Yes, it mimics the baby's
mimics the
tongue.
tongue.
I love
Yeah.
that. That's a brilliant, brilliant product, right? Incredible. I think it's called like Elizabeth or something after the guy's daughter or something like that. Annabelle.
I think it's Annabelle, yeah.
Now, okay, so we have breast pumps. We have drive under the highway and charge your vehicle. We have navigation. We have medicine.
Medical device. One of the problems when you're operating in the brain is that the patient can move, or there can be subtle movements of the head. They do a pre-op and they figure out how they're going to navigate into whatever they need to remove or change. And there can be movement. An Israeli tech company that has figured out using AI how to model the brain so that In real time, you can map how the head is moving and get the surgeon to the right place.
That is incredible. Okay, so we have surgical devices, we have AI, we have Monday.com. I mean, obviously, we've got the Intels of the world, all of the big guys. We have Lemonade. I think Lemonade is an Israeli company, right?
They are. They do insurance, I believe. I haven't interviewed them.
Oh, they'd be a good one for you. I actually have
Oh,
Lemonade insurance. It's brilliant. It's like basically like Soul Cycle of insurance. It's yellow and white and it's cheerful and it's really easy. Any other really, really fun ones?
I think it's called Expand. They want to revolutionize the shopping experience. Like if you're in a city and you just want to go and grab something, you walk in and there's these full size screens that are like the size of a human being, and they just line the walls, and that's all there is in the store. And you can just swipe across them and just pick your products. When you're finished and you pay, they just come out bagged, pre-bagged for you robotically. It can change our in-city shopping experience. Telling the story of Israeli companies is probably the most fun I'm having.
There's so much incredible stuff coming out of this tiny little country called Israel. And the takeaway that the world sees is negative, dark, misleading lies. And you're not talking about the breast pump. You're not talking about the new FDA approved drops where you no longer need to use reading glasses. This is Israeli tech that is affecting everyone in the globe. Give me a rapid fire of the most cool, hot, interesting tech coming out of Israel in the What's Next in Israel tech segments. Go.
Dreep AI, customized vitamins. It monitors your whole schedule of your life. It knows that you haven't slept, so it gives you certain vitamins that are going to help you. It knows that you've worked out, so it's going to give you vitamins that are going to enhance.
Okay.
They've got a dispenser that's like a coffee machine in your house, and it makes you a customized vitamin drink every morning
Based on what?
based on all the feedback it gets from you, from your smartwatch, any input you want to give it.
That's one very cool company. Give me another one.
Okay. QD Soul, crazy company. Just like you have a solar panel, and it's a woman-run company. They have something that looks like a solar panel, but that produces hydrogen fuel without any energy. It uses the sun and water, and it basically produces hydrogen. The number of panels, you'll be able to basically run your whole house for the year.
Unbelievable. Oh, give me another one.
Okay. Olive Farms. I think they're the only company in the world now that's approved to make steaks that are grown in the lab. So
Yeah.
basically grown in a bioreactor.
Lab grown meat. They take a cell from a cow and they make like millions of pounds of ground beef with it. Lab grown meat.
Or steaks. They can grow a steak.
That's three. Give me four.
Pick Commerce, which is a robot that basically can pick up anything, and it works in a warehouse. Right now Amazon fulfills orders. A lot of it is done manually. You got people picking things, and the problem is that robots haven't been good at dexterity and how to pick up all different size products. So they have a robot that can pick up different size products and pack packages. Amazon apparently has trouble getting enough people to do the picking.
Okay, so we've got a robot that will do fulfillment with good dexterity. What's next in Israel tech?
This was called Precure Medical. It's an Israeli biotech startup that uses a patient-on-a-chip technology to personalize cancer treatments.
Wow.
It grows 3D tumor models on microfluidic chips, and then it tests how each patient's cancer responds to different therapies, and so that they can then deliver the therapy that's going to work for your cancer.
So completely customized cancer therapy.
Exactly.
Amazing. Okay, what's next on Israeli tech?
Better Juice. Better Juice has found a way to cut the natural sugars out of juice by 80% so that you're intaking less sugar. They can run their juice through a bioreactor. It removes much of the sugars. The flavor is still quite good. I actually did an episode in their lab.
What's next in Israel tech?
Salagnostics. This is a pregnancy test done with saliva. This you just put in your mouth and you get your results on what looks like a traditional pregnancy test, but without the inconvenience. And it's already on sale in the market in Europe.
And what is it called?
Salagnostics.
What's next in Israel Tech?
Oh, this is cool. Oh, Finally Foods. Finally Foods bioengineers potatoes to give your potato all of the nutrients that you would get from cow milk.
What?
So it's crazy. It transforms dairy by growing real cow milk casein protein in genetically engineered potatoes. No cows are required. So
Wow.
basically, you can grow a potato that gives you like the effect of drinking a glass of milk.
Amazing. What's next in Israel Tech?
Atopia. Atopia, you can drive vehicles remotely. I sat in an office in Tel Aviv and drove a Kia car that was 20 miles away in Petah Tikva on a road. It's
Wow.
There are obviously military applications, but there are also applications if you have to have drivers driving down highways and, transporting goods across the country. A driver can only drive for so many hours. You can swap out drivers with this technology.
Amazing. What's next in Israel Tech?
A fun one is level hydrofoils. And they make an electric hydrofoil. It looks like a surfboard, but it's got a fin that comes off the bottom. And when it powers up, the surfboard rises up off the water and lets you sort of glide effortlessly across the water.
Amazing. Amazing. What's next in Israel Tech?
Extreme simulations. This is a crazy story. This guy needed to figure out how he was going to train medics in the army to deal with combat situations and injuries. And so he made these dummies that are realistic. The organs are realistic, the skin is realistic, so that you can train the medics before they have to face it in real life. And the irony of the situation is, after October 7th, the founder of the company got called into Gaza and he was injured. And the medics who saved his life trained on the technology that he developed.
Wow. That's incredible. What's next in Israel Tech?
Tree tube. The reason that there aren't a lot of trees in cities is because the roots of the trees will break the power lines and the pipes and things like that. And there's got a limitation of what you can do in terms of planting trees in cities. Tree tube builds this like ecosystem. It's like a big tube, a huge tube that goes along a sidewalk, and the trees get planted into openings in the tube so the roots can't get beyond the tube, and now you can make your urban environments green.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Okay, one more. What's next in Israel Tech that is like the coolest of the coolest, most amazing, shocking tech coming out of tiny little Israel?
But here's a really cool one. It's called mycelium, and they make a biomaterial that's a substitute for plastic. It's actually made from mushrooms, and it has can revolutionize our waste stream, because no longer will plastics hang around forever, but they will naturally degenerate.
Wow,
Hopefully save our planet.
that's absolutely incredible.
There's a company called NAC Robotics, or NACI Robotics. They make a robot that suctions itself to the hull of ships and cleans, and it moves along the ship and cleans all the barnacles and everything that attaches to the hull of the ship. It cleans it off robotically. It saves time because this can work while the ship is in motion. You don't have to take the ship out of service to clean the hull. And it saves an enormous amount of fuel, because all of those things that stick to the hull, they end up slowing down the ship and creating more drag and wasting millions and millions of dollars in fuel every year. So here's a cool one. The battery has got a robot that will go around parking garages and swap out the batteries of the cars and put new batteries in. So instead of having to wait for your car to charge, you can just replace the batteries, and it can find your car by the license plate number, go down, get the battery out, move on to the next car.
That's amazing. All right, give me one more because I'm addicted to this.
Sally Crop. Sally Crop is revolutionizing agriculture by pre-treating seeds to withstand drought, heat, and soil and salinity. There's no GMOs, there's no chemicals that are involved, and no extra water is needed, but you can still boost your production by 10 to 32% across crops like tomatoes and onions and rice and alfalfa.
To have this kind of famine resistant seed, that's unbelievable. From the tech in your phone to the medicine that heals you, Israelis are helping your world every single day. Gerson reminded us that when the world gets noisy and forgets about how much Israelis contribute, Israel needs a cheerleader. And that cheerleader is what's next in Israel Tech. Thank you for watching this episode of the Israeli Trailblazers show, where we share the stories of the amazing Israelis that are making your life better every single day. If this episode inspired you, please share it with a friend and post it on all of your socials. Until next time, I'm Jennifer Weissmann.